Hey everyone, how's it going? What is up? It is me, Windstalker, and this past weekend was a really awesome weekend. Oh yeah, we had lots of fun. Tanya's daughter, my stepdaughter, and her husband came up Saturday and hung out with us for a good few hours, and they all hung out, and of course we, had pizza and played some video games, and they watched some movies, and they got into a little bit of our stockpile that we was saving up doing couponing, and they got to take home some good stuff so that they can have some stuff. Yeah, my brain just melted doing that. Then Sunday, Mom and Dad celebrated Tanya, Hottie's, and mine birthday, and got us all birthday cards, including 2 birthday cards from Mom and Dad. And the birthday cards were all from the year we were born. Got some really fascinating things in there, like how much gas was, how much a house cost, how much gas. That's the gas already. House, how much you made a year, how much rent, how much bread costs. Actors that were born the same year. Presidents and commercials for stuff from back then. It was really interesting. And the cake, Mom tried to make us a cake, but somehow it fell apart on her. So she went to Ingles and got us a one of their cakes that said Happy B-Day Kids on it, which was awesome. It had 3 roses, a red, white, and blue rose, and it was chocolate on chocolate. Boy, I was so hyperactive after eating that. Woo! So, and Hottie got a 50 cal black powder break action, which I'm kind of wishing that I didn't get a bolt action. I had actually got a break, because now looking at the brakes, it really close up and everything, it looked a lot easier to take apart, clean, and do everything you need to do with. It's like, yeah, next time, break action. The only thing that gets me about black powder compared to modern is that, everything is built into the bullet. You have, or the round. You have the projectile that fires out. You have the primer. You have the gunpowder. It's all in one casing, and you just bam, 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 bam. Black powder, you have to put in the black powder, put in the projectile, put the 209 shotgun primer in it. And I think that was about it. And then you close it, and then you pull back the hammer, squeeze the trigger, and it burns, and then goes boom. Because I don't think it exactly does it all in one single action like, well, I haven't shot a black powder in a while, so I can't remember. Like a modern day shell where it just boom, boom, boom. As soon as you pull the trigger, the round goes flying. I think it's like a delay, and then there's a big poof of smoke. You have to wait a few minutes if you don't go ahead and walk through it to see if you hit anything. And it's kind of a different way to actually hunt, because you just of course Hottie only uses 100 grains of powder, which is 2 of those little disc things, cylinder things. Chad uses 150, and they use these I forget what they call it. They don't use the sabots, but they use the ones with the little plastic tips that are like pointed like a pen, or maybe they're, I don't know. Anyway, they use those. They told me what they were, but it's like, oh, okay, cool. So yeah, so Heidi was showing that off and telling about that, and it's like, wow, pretty cool. Chad brought his. If I had brought mine, we probably would have, did a little shooting, but I didn't think to bring mine for some odd reason. Of course, I don't know where all my stuff is, which I think is another thing I'm going to have to do if I ever do get around to it, is go out and get the extras, because I had it all put away, and then I don't know what happened. Anyway, so that's kind of a bummer. Yeah, it was a very good birthday, getting to hang out with Mom and Dad. They cooked hot dogs and hamburgers, and we had corn, and Mom and Dad, of course, brought out appetizers that were like the breaded mushrooms, fried green beans that were breaded, and some breaded pickles and some other stuff that was interesting. So there was that. Yeah. And of course, I got a video on my phone of Mom trying to cut the cake, and then Dad cutting the cake, which I may upload at some point. I don't know. It's two separate videos. I'd like to upload them as one video, but who knows? I may upload them as two separates, because that would be kind of interesting, wouldn't it? And I found out my Aunt A is on Facebook, and Heidi and Chad went up to Aunt A's and Uncle Floyd's to check out what they're doing to renovate my grandma's old house, since copper pipes broke, and they had to replace the copper pipe, and they had to replace the floors and all this other stuff. Sounds like a big project. So they're obviously doing really well with that, and I guess it's really impressive. I wish Tanya could have came with us. So overall, the weekend was great. I already got her black powder. She's anxious about going and hunting wherever Chad usually goes hunting every year. So she's going to try her hand in hunting. She went to hunter safety and got her little hunter safety license and all that good stuff. So, hey, I mean, she's going to actually get to try hunting, and she already helps with the deer and everything when they bring them home, and all that. So, this has been a very interesting birthday summer of 2015. Downside is I gotta get my car inspected and all that good stuff by the end of the month. Ooh boy, that sucks. I also need to do an oil change, which I have to go to my parents' house to do, because we are renting. We can't do that kind of stuff in the parking lot, so I gotta go to my parents' house and do it. So that's interesting. Let's see. I got a lot of good video games to play, which I started Tomb Raider. Got 33% of it. Can't wait to get into what was the other one? It wasn't Borderlands. It was which they did have Borderlands, not the Game of the Year edition, but they did have Borderlands for cheap, $5. What was that? Tomb Raider, and it wasn't Portal. I forgot. I think I said it in the previous video. And then yesterday I downloaded Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, and then I downloaded a D&D game that I'm interested in. That was free from Live, so that was exciting. I was like, yeah, I got more free games. Okay, so let's see, what else is there? I wish I could think of that other game I got. I could go over there and look, but I'm not gonna do that. It was oh, Final Fantasy 13. Yeah, that was it, because I never finished it. I got all the way up to the fighting Shiva. Oh yeah. So I got plenty to do this month, plenty of games to play. Unfortunately, the 360 games will not be able to be broadcasted unless I can somehow figure out how to hook it up to a DVD recorder, so that it will look all pretty and stuff. Well, I don't think 360 games look all that great compared to modern technology. I still need to get a little bit more practice in the basketball game, because the basketball game I suck at. I admit it. I haven't figured out all the moves and the tricks and the tips and the whatever. And it's like, golf game I'm getting better at slowly but surely. I wanted to today, which I may not get into till Thursday, get into that D&D game and give that a whirl. I mean, I started it up when Shelly and Clayton visited, and I never did get past the character creation thing, because it was it wasn't a game I could just jump into, and I was looking for a game I could just jump into, so that's why I went with Metal Gear Solid 5. Because it was like, oh yeah, Snake, you just jump in, boom, bang. But anyway, I think I ran my mouth long enough for today, which is interesting enough, if you say so. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, subscribe, and